Well, and see, I think that's honestly just such a cool. And did you ever think 35 years later here you would be, still, as strong as ever?
I think I never really thought that far ahead. I got to tell you, I had a regular job and stuff.
Yeah.
But I like the people. I like what I'm doing. It was always interesting to me. And I guess I've done it because I not only made money, but it was just fun.
That's really cool. Well, and everyone that's in the Riverbend area that's, driven in and around Godfrey or Alton or North Alton knows the spot right there on West Delmar. And has that always been the location for you guys?
No, we've been in so many locations over the time. We had a building right before this over on Elm Street, but we needed more room. Before that, we were in the Cracker Factory building. And we kind of drove out of there. We loved that location, loved the building. But we got drove out of there when we had the storm in the top.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Big disaster.
Yeah, that is one. And do you guys like where you're at now on Delmar?
Oh, yeah, I like it. The building's great. It had been a machine shop originally, and it's built well, and we rehabbed it, and we got 6,000 square feet, and it's just a big one-owner shop. I love it.
That's awesome. Well, and see, I was just going through your Facebook page, and really there's a lot of great deals too, like the 50% off shelves and really some great products that are out there.
Yeah, we have a shelf area. Audrey named it Mark's Markdowns.
Nice.
And we put new stuff out all the time there. And, sometimes we're willing to deal. I try to buy nice things for people, things they'll enjoy, things they can use. And I pay a lot of attention to my customers and what they're looking for.
Absolutely. Well, and now for the folks that maybe are a little bit newer to, going into the antique stores, or maybe they just haven't, had a chance to stop in yet, what can they expect when they walk into the doors of your shop?
Well, lots of stuff. Right in the front, we've got a big jukebox that you can pick a song. It's on free play and play it. And we have just about anything you could imagine that was in a house in the last probably, we go back to the 1800s on the earliest stuff, but it could be things from the 80s or 70s sometimes. Because if people are looking for it, then I'm going to buy it.
Well, and honestly, just going through some of your different furniture options, like I just scrolled through that beautiful mirror that you guys had. Just I don't know if it's still for sale.
It's still available.
But I mean, here let's see if can I pull this up. Yeah, look at that. I'm getting good at my job, Mark.
Very professional.
Look at this. So I mean, that's a beautiful mirror, though. I mean, let me see. Can I zoom in?
It's called a pier mirror. And it came out of a house. The people moved and downsized, and they loved it so much that they had it professionally created and moved to their new townhouse. But it was in their garage, and it was just sitting there for years and years.
Wow.
And we kind of freed it out of its crate, brought it to the shop, and it's awesome. If you had a big house, entryway, wanted to make a statement, it's just really nice. And truthfully, you couldn't, for the price we asked for it, you couldn't buy anything. You go buying something new and you just don't get the quality a lot of times that you used to get. And you got to think, like, we've got one cabinet that's from about 1820. And to last that long, I mean, it's pegged, put together really well, and you get quality. But then we sell dressers with deep drawers that people like. And those things that we get are vintage, but they're also pretty inexpensive too.
Right. Well, and I think that's a good note too, that there's something for every price range really when it comes to looking for this stuff, because you can go from, I'm sure any gauntlet of, ranges of prices when you're talking about antique furniture, especially when you're going back to the 1820s and you're, especially that mirror, because that was just a beautiful piece. But it's good to note for maybe younger people that are trying to find their own style, or maybe they're just trying to find that piece for their first apartment or even the first home. It's not a bad option to go take a look and see if that's something that fits your budget.
It's something that younger people have really discovered. We kind of skipped a couple of generations.
I was going to ask you about that.
Not as many people did, but now 40 and under, they're interested in the story. They're interested in the history. They want to use it. They want real wood. They don't want to buy at IKEA. Now, they might want to paint it. And I don't care. They paint it now. It might have been painted before. It got stripped maybe in the 80s. Now they buy it. They paint it pink. And but 50 years from now, somebody else might buy it and strip it again. So it's just kind of the life of a piece like that, where a piece of furniture that can just last for years and years and be something useful that you always think, gosh, I was smart buying that.
Well, and now whenever you take a walk around the store, what's your favorite part of it? Is there a section that really speaks to you, or is there a certain antique item that really you're kind of specialized in, or you really love the most?
You know, we do lots of our root is glassware.
Oh,
China.
for sure. Yeah.
And we have lots, and the China part and the stemware, we sell lots. We also sell online. Mm-hmm. And so that gives us a good balance. I always tell people when I'm at houses buying that it lets us buy things that nobody else can buy. They think, oh, you can't sell China. Well, you can. There's people that buy it all over and looking for replacement pieces. And then now weddings. Everybody's wanting to do weddings where the plates are all different, or the stems are different, or sometimes they want the plates the same. And they are looking for those kind of things, and that's turning to be a bigger thing here lately.
Really?
Yeah.
And now, honestly, I think it's so fascinating, though, 35 years, you have a chance to see the trends kind of change, too, and what people are interested in. And right now, you mentioned kind of that the wedding type of route to go. Is there any other things that you're seeing when it comes to trends when it comes to your store?
You know, I think people always buy what they remember from when they were younger. They tend to a lot of times, and they're buying memories and things that speak to them. So as time moves on, people move into the future, and you know the thing just moves along. But it has changed. There are trends. And they are much quicker than they used to be. Yeah. Yellowstone came out, and suddenly everybody wanted their house looking like a ranch. And they get the big horns and the hides. They come in saying, "Do you have any horns?" And and those trends come and go. But what you have to do is, what I do is just pay attention to the trends. But I also buy what I think people have always liked. And lately, a lot of our ads, we say things you can use, because I really focus on that, because if you can use it, you can enjoy it for the beauty of what it always has been, but also you can enjoy it from its use.
Yeah.
And but you can collect things and not have any use at all. Lots of people do. And, you know, when I go into houses and I buy a lot, and what's interesting is that people take and they have a case of glass shoes, and they're selling it. And sometimes their kids don't even understand. They're not just glass shoes. They are memories. They are bookmarks into their memories. And the people see this shoe, and they remember the day they bought it, what happened that day. It was 90 degrees. The kid dumped ice cream all down his front. And they remember. And a lot of those memories you would forget. They're there, but you can't get to them. But when you see the objects, you remember.
Right.
And really, that's valuable. And I understand when people sell their stuff, that it isn't just stuff.
Right.
And so I think that's why I get along with them pretty good.
That's really cool. Well, you're right. It's all about that relationship and really understanding, what that transaction means, because you aren't selling a microwave, at a yard sale. These are items that really do mean something and hold that value, and I think that's really important. Now, I was just scrolling through, and this is where I think I make this point all the time. The new blow molds that you see at the big box stores, don't even look half as good as the old ones used to look. That's just my opinion.
And we've got some now that I bought a while back that are from back in the 90s, which that's got a little time to it now. And the person that owned them kept them all in their original plastic. They're in great condition, and they are better than what you go buy now. And you can always change the lights out in them and make them LEDs, so you'll have cooler lights in them and stuff. But
if they're the ones I'm looking at, they're in great condition for being as old as they are, really. You know, I mean, they look perfect. And I just love it because I was going to go get some last year for Christmas party. And I was like, you know what? I'll stop in and see what they have. Like, I don't even want any of these. They're overpriced, and they I feel like the wind's going to splinter these in about 2 days. You know?
Yeah, well, it's interesting because right now Audrey's been working hard. We had a room we used for shipping and stuff. She cut the room in half, did tons of work, and we're working right now on a holiday room for. Oh wow! And we're not ready yet, but we will have. And we'll have blow molds in there. We have Christmas Village. I bought 3 truckloads of Department 56 Christmas Village stuff.
Nice.
Over 550. We're going to put those in there. We have ornaments and everything. That's not ready yet, but it gives you something to look forward to. And that's one of the keys to being successful is to continually reinvent yourself in the business. And I think that's what's let us survive when so many other shops have disappeared.
And now, with that being said, what's some of the, just before we take a break, I got to ask you this. What's the strangest request you've got? You know, you said someone comes in and wants to find some horns for their now Yellowstone ranch house. Has there ever been any other requests that you're like, you know what, I don't think I'll ever hear that one again?
Not a request. I will tell you one of the strangest things was another antique dealer that used to have a stuffed cat by the front door. A real stuffed cat. Well, curled up.
No way.
Yes.
Oh.
And that was strange. And I've seen a lot of, but you know what? I don't buy things like that. So if I have a bunch of stuffed cats.
Don't call Mark. Don't
call me.
Yeah. And then real quick, just for, this is a blow mold, okay? Right here.
Oh, yeah. It looks like a family, don't it?
It does.
It's a haunted Christmas family.
It's like the new version of the Addams Family, just the blow molds. Now, are those still available?
I'm not sure. The mouse is sold. I know for sure. He was a cutie.
Yeah, that's cool. I love those. They just look so much better. You know?
But we have others if we don't have those. I think we do have most of those.
Really cool. Well, we'll do this. Mark, you ready to take I got to pay a bill. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
9:34.
A
little bit of change. It's a Wednesday morning, and we'll come back and talk with Mark, my antique store, a little bit more. 35 years in business and more to go. We'll have this conversation again right after this.
Visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganaz Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and it will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganaz Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganaz Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Sounds like the radio back in 94, you know.
9:36. Back with Mark, my antique store. You know, as we're talking about the 35 years, you were just telling me when we were coming back from break that you were just in Evansville yesterday. And so not too much driving to go pick some of this stuff up, or do you have to do some routing whenever you're looking at some of the items you're bringing in?
Well, most of the time, things are local. But a lot of times people have estates further away, or maybe there's an auction opportunity where I can buy. And so like when I went to Evansville, we literally bought, you can't even imagine, probably 50 3-foot high boxes worth of stuff of china and stuff, a lot of Haviland china and other good china and glassware. And we have to do that sometimes, and it expands what we can get and helps us bring nice things to people.
Well, and now when it comes to looking at china and looking at different glass pieces, what do you look for when it comes to quality? Because I'm sure that's an art in itself, is to find the truly good pieces, because that really is what you're known for.
Yeah, well, it's experience.
Mm-hmm.
You do it. I tell you what, when you buy something and you make money, you remember it. And when you lose money, you remember it even more. So, over the years, and sometimes, like my wife, Audrey, she is in the shop all the time. She does more work than me. She is my key cog there. And sometimes we'll disagree, if you can imagine, and she'll say, "Why did you buy that? Why did you buy that?" And it's really nice if I'm proven right, but sometimes I'm proven wrong too.
It's a flip of a coin.
Yeah, so people think, everything you buy, you're making all this money on. Well, I've got over 24,000 items in the shop. I always tell people, them are things I haven't sold yet. And
that's right.
And so you have to, sometimes you make a lot of, when I buy a deal, maybe I have to count on part of it paying for a lot of the other and letting me wait.
Yeah.
But if I'm buying from you, that's a good thing, because I can buy more and help empty your place.
Well,
maybe I'll shop at your house.
That's right. Please, I'm overflowing. With that being said, though, Mark, do you find them from estate sales mostly, or do people call you and say, "Hey"?
People call me.
Oh, is that really where you're at right now?
I used to go to estate sales a lot, and I used to go to auctions and all these things, but I do a little less of that now because so many people have known me. They'll call me and they'll say, "Hey, I'm such and such. You were at my uncle's house 8 years ago. Would you like to come? We've got an estate. Would you like to come look at it?" Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, I go to so many places. I used to always remember, but I think my head's full now. And I may not remember, but they'll say to me, "Well, you'll remember the house because remember there was a bear trap there." And I'd say, "I remember the bear trap." So I remember stuff a lot of times, and interesting people too, because I meet a lot of interesting people.
Well, I'm sure you do, and I'm sure you've met, honestly, probably thousands of people along the 35 years at this point in time.
Oh, sure.
Well, and now when it comes, I was just, again, scrolling through some of the really cool things, like, the vintage toys that people might have had when they were, children in the 60s or 70s or even the 80s, and some of that, is available at some points at your shop. Like, I just saw, like, this was from a year ago, but even stuff like this, which I think is just really cool, is this, just toys like this and like the slot cars and the different things you have. I think that's awesome.
And slot cars, trains, all those things are popular. And a lot of that stuff goes kind of quick. I tell people, we keep a want list. You ought to get on the want list if you're really interested. And then when we get those items, we give you a call and you can be the first to know. And we're people that really call you. And
that's really cool.
So, it's pretty neat. You get a lot of neat things. And
now, do you ever get, at this point, like, feelings whenever you're going to a place for the first time to maybe pick something up, like, this is going to be a dud today, or this is going to be the jackpot?
Sometimes before the call, I get a feeling about how it's going to be.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm disappointed and sometimes it's right.
That's what I was curious.
But it does, you never make assumptions about people and what they have. And people will think, oh, I got the greatest things. And really, they may be things that mean something to them, but they don't mean something to anybody else.
That's what I was going to ask. So what do you do to like kind of, I guess, give somebody the turn down service in a nice way? Because like sometimes like the Beanie Babies, everyone thought they had $1 million Princess Diana doll, or, you know, and I guess Avon Glass is kind of in that same category.
There's a lot of categories. You know, the thing is that even in those categories, there could be a few things that are still worth money.
Really?
So, you know, you can pick through and find those special items that people still look for. But really, I get people all the time, and one of the things I tell them is maybe I can't buy anything.
Yeah.
But heck, I'm coming there, and while I'm there, I'll give you an idea what you could do, what your opportunities are. Maybe I just free you from it by telling you there really isn't a lot of value there.
Yeah.
And you don't know. And let me tell you, I have lots of opportunities to buy. Mm-hmm. So I don't mind walking away from a house. If I thought it would go better at an auction for you, I would tell you, take it to the auction.
That's really interesting.
And tell you where to go. I mean, it's just part of what I do. And let me tell you, I don't charge anything for coming out. I don't want people abusing me. I don't want to be buried under 50 million calls. But you know, if you call a heating and cooling guy, he charges you for just showing up.
Right.
And, but I haven't got to that point yet. Sometimes I think, you know, it's just the two of us. And I think we may have to treat our time with a little more value sometime, but we haven't yet.
Well, and now, you know, take me through your guys' dynamic here, and really just how the business operates. Do you and Audrey kind of take over like the same responsibilities?
Oh,
or?
No.
Okay.
No, she's the smart one.
Good answer.
I hope she listens.
That's a good answer, Mike.
She is the worker bee.
Mm-hmm.
When I was working, I was a computer programmer for a long time, and when I was working, I spent all my off time doing this stuff, but she ran the shop and the business day to day, and now she's the key person on everything there. I'm the person that goes out and buys. I'm the person that she'll say does all the big planning.
Nice.
I'm the person, you know, that does that kind of stuff, like unloads the trailer today and figures out where it's all going and tells her it's going to be okay. We'll catch up someday. But that's why we work so well together. And I don't know if we'll be doing it forever. Probably not. Mm-hmm. But right now we still enjoy it, and that's why we're still doing it.
And that's what I was curious about, because it seems like you guys both enjoy everything you're doing. Just seeing it from your social media and just, you know, from what you're talking about today, there's still a lot of love there, you know?
Yeah, and it's a neat business. You know, during COVID time, we went in, we couldn't be open, and for 2.5 months we were closed. But at that time, we had one employee, and we had her come in anyway, and we were able to continue selling online, and online sales went through the roof during that time. And so we actually did better during COVID. We were kind of a crazy business that did better. But that's the beauty. Like, as I was driving in, I noticed right when I got here that I think we sold about $250 online in the last hour. So,
wow,
you know, that helps us sell in there and then sell in here, and it makes a balanced deal that kind of roughs out if summer gets a little slower in the shop. Online might be different. Maybe people stay in the house and they shop online. Yeah. And I tell you, the online changes have really impacted this business as far as how you got to sell to successfully sell, and how you buy, and what people expect, and how fast interest change.
That's interesting. That really is interesting. You know, now that you say that with the digital age, because you're right. I mean, it seems like everybody's thought process is on about a millisecond by millisecond basis anymore.
It's accelerated. Everything's so much faster. Trends are faster. I mean, instantly you start selling a certain pattern at China. And if you really looked, it was because some TV show or something had it on there, and now everybody's looking for it. And I hate to think that we all respond like that, but we do.
We do. Well, and you know what else I hate to think of is all the stuff that I'm throwing away now and will throw away in the next 5 years, that in 50 years I'm going to go, CJ, why the hell did you throw that away?
You know what? There are people that probably go through your trash.
Yeah, you're right.
There are people dumpster diving, and they bring stuff to me for me to buy. So yeah, your junk is probably making somebody else wealthy. You probably have the best junk.
That's right. Well, and now you're on eBay, right? You have an eBay store?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
and now what's the tag on that? How do we find you on eBay?
Well, you can go to our website, www.myantiquestore.com, and you can go there, and we have links to our
right
eBay
here.
thing. And so and we also have like a little app that takes our eBay stuff and makes it into a store on our website. But you'd ultimately end up buying. Of course, if anybody local here, you see anything on there, you can come right to the store. And we ship all the time, even for people that come in our shop that are traveling and they don't want to haul it on the flight, then we ship it to them.
Now, it's one thing to have 100% positive feedback on one sale. When you have 100% positive feedback on 27,000 items, that's a pretty great ratio.
We could do a whole show about selling online and eBay and all that. We would go crazy. Let me tell you, you're going to sell online, you got to have a thick skin. It's got to be about an inch thick. But we do everything right there. We take care of our customers. They have problems, we just refund. We have 30-day free shipping out there. In other words, on returns. So if you change your mind, we pretty well don't. And let me tell you, I know most antique dealers wouldn't do that. They couldn't imagine doing it. But you know what? It's how you live in a new market. You build relationships like you do in the shop. You build them online with customers that come back to you. And they say, hey, Mark, but this is such and such. I bought these things, and I'd like to buy some more. And you wouldn't think you could have that relationship with somebody that's a stranger online out on eBay, but you can, because they just keep coming back and you keep taking care of them.
Well, and Mark, you're right. And you know, Mark, any more people are getting engaged to AI now. I don't know if you saw that story, but
I didn't see that one. I missed it. People are show.
People are getting engaged.
You can bring AI on here.
Yeah, you can. So I don't know, relay connections or anywhere. But what I think is important though is like what you said, the human connection you guys have on your sales. Because what you could do is like what everyone else does when it comes to like Etsy shops anymore, and that's automate some of these processes and all that. But when you really tailor make it to that person that you're selling to, I mean, it's really cool to see that. We're scrolling through. I have your website, your eBay store pulled up just to show.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Almost 3,000 items.
Yeah,
right
I saw that. But it's just, to me, 27,000 items sold, and you have 100% positive feedback. I mean, that's not... We've
been on there for 28 years on eBay, almost to their founding.
No kidding.
And
they need to give you something to recognize.
Yeah, in fact, it's a long time. Well, I got Meg Whitman, that was one of the first people that was on, ran eBay. We became power sellers way back, and she sent me a certificate she signed and stuff.
That's cool.
So, I mean,
that's cool.
It's just kind of neat.
Oh, man, you have some great stuff on here. Look at some of these pieces.
Yeah, It's a lot of fun.
Wow, and these are all in your store too, correct?
Yeah, and
so we can
soon people are going to be able to come to our shop. We're having a sale in September.
Oh, we haven't even talked about that yet. What's the sale?
Do we have time?
Yeah, I'm nosy.
Okay, 35 years we've been in business, and we're going to do 35% off, 1% for every year. We have never done a sale like that. We're not going out of business, but Audrey said we needed to clear room. We wanted to do something, and really 20% we could have done. We've done that before. That wasn't enough. We wanted to take care of everybody. 35%. I would say this is a good time if you wanted to visit the store.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll be doing that September 10th through the 20th. on the days we're open.
100%. That's a really great deal, and thanks for filling us in on that. And with that being said, is there anything else coming down the pipeline? I know you have the holiday room that's set to open up in a couple of weeks, months, before the holiday season starts.
It'll be opening up before October 1st.
Wonderful.
Hopefully way before, but we're pretty busy right now.
Oh, I bet.
There's only 2 of us. People always say, why aren't you open more days? We're open Wednesday through Saturday. And we used to be open more, but you know what? It takes a lot of work in them off days to be ready to be open.
Oh, I'm sure.
Days.
Well,
we're only 2 people.
Right. Well, and see, why would you be open 5 to 7 days a week if you're going to run yourself thin and then not have the best 5 days when you could have an awesome 3 days or 2, because you're prepared and you're ready to tackle the week.
Right. And we know people miss us because maybe they come in town on Monday and we're not open, but hopefully they can just make a special trip, because otherwise the option would be us not be open at all, because we have to have some kind of life and we have to be able to make these trips out to, we were off work and we got up at 5 a.m, drove to Evansville, Indiana, and then brought stuff back in one day, which that's a long trip, a lot of work. And I've got to go unload when I'm done
Right.
here.
I just can't believe you're giving away 35% off. Because normally, let's be honest, even with those, remember that furniture store at the mall that always came back every couple of months after they closed? It seemed like they were always going out of business, every couple of weeks.
There's good money going out of business.
That's right. But
maybe after this, I'll have a go out of business.
You know what I'm saying? But it's never 35% off. No one ever got that much. So with 35% though, I think that's such a great thing, because there's so many times where maybe somebody wants that really nice item. Maybe it's $500 because of just it being that good of an item. You're going to be saving a huge amount of money if you go in that month.
Oh yeah, and it's a good time to shop, and hopefully we're busy. We're hoping we're not so busy we can't handle it. There's only 2 of us,
right?
but it should be fun. And we appreciate everybody. Our regular customers, we'll make sure they know about it for sure. And
we'll make sure the world knows about it. I don't know what you just did to yourself.
They watch all across the country. They listen to your show and watch it.
I just want to know. Because especially in this type of business, you don't really have 35% offs very often.
No. Antique dealers tend to maybe discount to another dealer 10% or get rid of something they might discount a little. They are known for holding on to stuff. We don't want to do that. If I could empty that building instantly and discount it, I tell you what, anybody you want to 50% off, buy the whole place, done. And Liv, we can talk about the building too.
This is so cool, man. Well, I just love this. 35% off. Is this thing working today? 35% off in the whole, when does it start?
September 10th.
September 10th, and now is it one day only?
Just to the 20th.
You have 10 days to get 35% off. 35%. This ain't no 5% off or the 10% off that just kind of takes the tax off.
We never discount like that.
This is awesome.
Not unless it was ready to be gone from the shop totally.
Oh.
This is all new inventory.
Yeah.
It's not things that have been there that we're just selling you the junk. It's everything.
Well, and that's
Audrey wanted me to mention too, even the jukebox, for all the people that like the jukebox, she has a do not sell price on it, we call it. Price high enough nobody will buy it, but now it's 35% off if you want to buy that jukebox.
I love it. That's even cool. Now that's news. That's news for all the. I love this. So with that being said, 35% off. It runs 10 days. It runs the 10th through the 20th of September. Does it work for the online store?
No.
Okay, that's
but you
good
know
to know.
what? Online, you can make offers. So you know what? If you make an offer online, I would consider it. I probably would do it because, truthfully, everything that is online is available there at the shop. We do have a section in back where we store the online stuff because we can't have people rooting through it and breaking it. But if you came in and you were looking for stemware, we take you back there.
Yeah.
but we had bad experiences. Things get broke in the shop.
Yeah.
And it just happens. It's part of doing business. But you can't sell something online. It'd be broke.
Well, and now just a really a great note for everybody, too, especially if you're not even in the market. If you just want to look, why are you not just doing some window shopping during the time you got 35% off? I just want to make sure you get that one more time. Mark, real quick, I got to ask you, what's the coolest find you've ever had in the 35 years?
Oh, gosh, it's too hard. Probably the bear trap was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was like this big grizzly bear trap. And it came off a farm in Kentucky, went to a restaurant for 40 years. The family hung it there. The restaurant went out of business. They brought it up locally. And when they were downsizing, that was one of the items from the farm I bought. And that was really neat. I mean, we just get interesting things. The pier mirror recently, you just don't come across a mirror like that with a marble insert at the bottom. Them are the things, sometimes you get that you just think about forever.
Yeah.
Because people have neat things. We've sold it already, but I had a great big cabinet that came out of a mansion out of the 1800s in the area, and it was just unbelievable with huge claw feet and great big ball under the feet. And so any category you name, we run into neat things.
This is so cool. And now, Mark, before I let you go, it's been a great conversation with you. Congratulations on 35 years in business and, the years to come, because it just seems like everything's going really well. And it's cool to hear how you guys evolved with tech and through the digital age and during COVID and everything else, where, a lot of people struggled. To hear that you had a pretty good a good span during that with online sales and everything else is fascinating. But the big takeaway is celebrate 35 years in business with My Antique Store September 10th through the 20th. I mean, what are you doing? 35% off the entire store, right?
Yes.
I just want to make sure I'm not doing any, because this is such a big number. I don't want to get in trouble.
You could get in trouble, I'm sure. But yes, the entire store.
Well, and to you and Audrey both, seriously, congratulations on everything. It was great talking with you today. It's 9:58, a little bit of change. You can learn more whenever we get this write-up done on RiverBender.com in just a couple of hours here. With that being said, we'll take a break for a top of the hour news. Daily Show on a Wednesday comes right around the corner next.